Hello and welcome to Durham College Women's Basketball here. I'm John Townsend.
And I'm Josh Wickens with the play-by-play. The starting lineup for the visiting St. Louis Vikings is number 4, Abby McIntyre. Number 11, Kylie Moyer. Number 12, Rachel Steer. Number 14, Cassie DeWolf. And number 25, Michaela Appleby. And starting lineup for your Durham Lords is number 4, Emily Glendenning. Number 5, Dakota Kirby. Number 24, Emily Chamberlain. Number 31, Marie Stasiak. And number 52, Keisha Arthur Worry. Turnover there by the Durham Lords. Inbounding is number 4, Emily Glendenning. Rebound there by the Vikings. Off the missed pull-up jumper by Emily Chamberlain. Wide open drive there for number 4, Abby McIntyre. Easy layup there. Durham Lords with the defensive effort here on that fast break drive. And a missed 3 there by number 4, Abby McIntyre.
There's a good contest there on the shot by Emily Glendenning.
Good drive there by number 4, Emily Glendenning. Good layup in traffic. Number 12, Rachel Steer now with the ball for the St. Lawrence Vikings. Good defensive effort there by number 31, Marie Stasiak. St. Lawrence Vikings ball. Oh, big block there by number 52, Keisha Arthur Worry.
Not letting anyone get past there.
Like
that was
it.
nice.
Good pass there by Glendenning.
Ooh, good idea there. Just pass was a little bit misplaced.
Number 12, Rachel Steer with the ball now for the St. Lawrence Vikings. Score is now 2-2 here in quarter number 1. Good defense there by number 5, Dakota Kirby. Blocking foul on number 25, Michaela Appleby. And Dakota Kirby bringing the ball up for the Durham Lords. Mid-range jumper there by Marie Stasiak. And a miss. That was a very quick play there by the Durham Lords.
Yeah, Lords just need to calm down, focus on ball movement, move the ball, and don't just take a shot.
For the sake of taking a shot.
The worst shot you could possibly take is a contested mid-range shot with 19 seconds left on the shot clock.
Oh, good pass there by number 11, Kylie Moyer. Big rebound there by Dakota Kirby. Wide open into the corners, Emily Glendenning. 3-pointer and a miss. Rebound, number 4, Abby McIntyre.
It was an ugly miss, but you take that shot every single time.
Absolutely. 9 times out of 10, she's probably going to make it.
Oh.
Big steal there by Emily Glendenning. Good pass to Dakota Kirby, and layup good.
I believe someone's hairnet fell out.
Ah, been there.
I think that's actually his second time this game, because on the first play.
Yeah, I saw that too. A lot of good defensive effort here by the Durham Lords. Marie Stasiak forcing that turnover there. Good little pump fake by Stasiak. Good offensive rebound by Arthur Worry.
good defense there
That's
by
about 3 offensive
St.
rebounds there
Lawrence.
by Arthur Worry, finally getting the bucket to drop. Durham Lords up 6-2. Little floater miss there by number 12, Rachel Steer. Rebound, Durham Lords. Oh, wide open in the corner again, Glenn Dinning. From way downtown, number 5, Dakota Kirby, and a miss on the 3.
Good job getting her in the box out by Keisha Arthurworthy there. Even though she didn't get the rebound, she immediately fought through the box out.
Yeah, she's an excellent rebounder.
You have to be at 6 feet tall.
Yeah, I'd say so. Let's see what the Durham Lords do here on this inbound play. Glenn Dinning with the 3. And a miss. Offensive rebound, Arthur Worry. And the putback there by Keisha Arthur Worry, already with 4 quick points.
Speaking about really great at rebounding,
Hey,
really paid off for her there.
absolutely. The score is now 8-2. Durham Lords over the visiting St. Lawrence Vikings. Good pump fake there by number 4, Abby McIntyre. 3-pointer, miss. And rebound by Dakota Kirby. Fast break drive here for the Durham Lords. Dakota Kirby, miss on the layup. Trying to give him the old Euro step there. Wide open 3-pointer, St. Lawrence, and a miss by number 14, Cassie DeWolf. Good job by Dakota Kirby to slow down this offense. State.
Ooh,
Good
nice
post
pass.
there. That beautiful pass there by Marie Stasiak. Find a wide open Keisha Arthurworthy. 6 quick points here for her.
Yeah, Durham, after like the first 3-4 plays, Durham looked a little sluggish, a little slow. They've really come alive since then.
Oh, good pass. Foul called on Durham Lords.
Wow, I am surprised at that call. It looked like, yes, Keisha Arthurworthy's hands were on her.
Yep.
But it was only for a millisecond. It didn't look like any pressure was added.
Yeah, anytime you see the hands up and a little bit of a push off, they're probably going to call it. Shooting 2 now for the St. Lawrence Vikings is number 11, Kylie Moyer. Score is a 10-2 with just over 5 minutes left in quarter number 1. And a miss on free throw number 1 there. Both free throws missed there by number 11, Kylie Moyer. Durham Lords with the ball now. Good ball movement here by the Lords. Excellent defense by number 3, Allison Hagedorn. Turnover there by the Durham Lords. Fast break drive here. Number 4, Abby McIntyre. Mid-range jumper and a miss. Rebound, Caitlin Cruikshank. And travel called on number 22, Caitlin Cruikshank.
In that situation, when there's a double team on the person who got the rebound,
Yep.
the point guard needs to get back and make herself overly available to make sure that that doesn't happen.
Vikings inbounding the ball here. Good drive there by number 11, Kylie Moyer. Push off called on the Durham Lords. Shooting 2 again, number 11, Kylie Moyer. First free throw good there by Kylie Moyer. And a miss on the second. Rebound, St. Lawrence Vikings. A bit of a mistime pass there. Good steal there by Alyssa Navarro. Fast break drive now for the Durham Lords. Navarro slows it down. Cross-court pass to Dakota Kirby. Nice little turnaround there. I like it.
Yeah, I thought she was going to pass it out to Emily Glendinning for 3, but she almost got the basket.
Yeah,
I can't blame her.
absolutely. Little mistime pass there. Turnover, St. Lawrence. Nice little give and go there. Oh!
Thinking the same thing.
In and out there on the three-pointer by Emily Glendinning.
She has been ice cold this game. Hopefully she can snap out of it.
Absolutely. Three-pointer, St. Lawrence. The whistle called. Oh, good ball movement there. A little bit of a mishandled pass there by number 22, Caitlin Cruikshank. Score is 10-3, Durham Lords, with just over 3 minutes left here in quarter number 1 at Durham College's CRWC. Oh, wide open. Good little pump fake there to get some more space there. Offensive rebound, St. Lawrence. Great defense here by the Durham Lords, forcing another turnover. Fast break drive, Dakota Kirby. Excellent defensive effort there by number 12, Rachel Steer. But foul called on Rachel Steer. Shooting 2, number 5, Dakota Kirby. Free throw number 1 is good by number 5, Dakota Kirby. And a miss on free throw number 2. Rebound, St. Lawrence. Got full court defense here by the Durham Lords. Mid-range jumper, Rachel Steer. The mid-range jumper is good. Score is now 11-5, Durham Lords over the visiting St. Lawrence Vikings. Dakota Kirby calling out plays here for the Durham Lords. Emily Glendinning with the drive, and a miss on the layup. It's nice to see number 3, Maddie Dender, back onto the Durham Lords lineup. Injury kept her out of a couple games before the winter break. Another turnover by the St. Lawrence Vikings. Marie Stasiak with the steal and the fast break drive, and a miss on the layup. Just under 2 minutes left here in quarter number 1. And a layup and foul. And one there for number 11, Kylie Moyer. Fouled by number 4, Emily Glendinning. St. Lawrence Vikings climbing back in this one. And shooting 1 is number 11, Kylie Moyer. And a miss on the free throw. Rebound, Kylie Moyer. Miss and her own rebound. Gotta love it. Oh, beautiful little turnaround there by number 25, Michaela Appleby. And wide open 3, Maddie Dender. And a miss. Number 13, Victoria Brody, subbing in for number 4, Emily Glendinning. Good defensive effort here by the St. Lawrence Vikings, and a miss on the layup by Marie Stasiak. And number 12, Rachel Steer with the ball now for the St. Lawrence Vikings. Oh, wide open for 3. Number 14, Cassie DeWolf, and a miss. Offensive rebound, St. Lawrence Vikings. See what inbound play the St. Lawrence Vikings use. Offensive rebound, St. Lawrence. Rebound, Marie Stasiak. Good defensive effort there by the St. Lawrence Vikings, but a kick ball. Inbounding for the Lords is number 13, Victoria Brody. Victoria Brody wide open from 3 and a miss. Rebound number 12, Rachel Steer. 40 seconds left here in quarter number 1. Durham Lords leading 11-9. Good defense here by the Durham Lords. Not giving the Vikings an inch. And number 12, Rachel Steer finally gets open and a miss. The mid-range jumper. Fast break drive. Marie Stasiak dumps it off to Maddie Dender. Beautiful layup there by number 3, Maddie Dender. Easy 2 points there. Score is now 13-9. Three-pointer, Vikings, and a miss by number 14, Cassie DeWolf. And after quarter number 1, the score is 13-9 here at Durham College's CRWC. We'll be right back after this short intermission break with quarter number 2. Welcome back, everybody, to Durham College's CRWC. Durham Lords, Victoria Brody inbounding. And after quarter number 1, the score is 13-9. Turnover, Durham. And a turnover for the Vikings. Good post pass by Keisha Arthurworthy. Oh, and a beautiful layup by Victoria Brody. Big defense there by Victoria Brody. Good recovery by the St. Lawrence Vikings. And smothering defense by the Lords. The first layup miss by number 12, Rachel Steer. Fast break drive here for the Durham Lords. Marie Stasiak with the ball. Euro step and a foul called on number 4, Abby McIntyre. Oh, they called that against Marie Stasiak. Bringing the ball up now is Rachel Steer. Score is 15-9. Mid-range jumper miss by Rachel Steer. Rebound, Marie Stasiak. And a hard foul called on number 25, Michaela Appleby. That's foul number 2 there for Michaela Appleby. They might be thinking about maybe bringing her to the bench, so just to get into too much foul trouble here early in this game. Another steal for the St. Lawrence Vikings. Fast break drive. Good post pass to number 14, Cassie DeWolf. Rebound, fast break drive, Dakota Kirby. Easy bucket there. Durham Lords pulling away in this one, 17-9, and another steal. Fortunately, Mandy Dender couldn't quite corral it. Ball out of bounds, St. Lawrence Vikings ball. Number 5, Kaylee Day subbing in for number 12, Rachel Steer. Oh, wide open. It's number 5, Kaylee Day. Good ball moving here by the St. Lawrence Vikings. Day open. Oh, shot clock violation called on the St. Lawrence Vikings. Turnover, Durham Lords ball. Great defense there by the Durham Lords. Nice little step back jumper there by number 13, Victoria Brody. Durham Lords now with a 10-point lead here in quarter number 2. Offensive rebound. Fast break, Durham Lords, Dakota Kirby. And a miss on the layup by Dakota Kirby. Got a new man in the booth.
That's right.
All right.
Coming up to help you out. This is a two-man job.
Yeah. Inbounding for the Lords is Victoria Brody.
Brody's already done a great job today so far, making herself part of the offense. She's coming back to the team after missing the fall semester. Played 2 seasons already with the Lords, so she's a veteran of this team. Definitely a change of pace as we get back into this fall semester. And you can see the team already feeling the difference with the victory streak they're on right now.
Absolutely. Yeah, three wins in a row. Can't go wrong with that. And just watching her warm up, too. She's very fluid. You know, she just has that movement. It's a hard fall there by Victoria Brody. Kind of surprised they didn't call a foul on that.
They're letting them play out there, that's for sure.
Inbounding for the Lords is Dakota Kirby. Good post pass to number 24, Emily Chamberlain. Rebound, St. Lawrence Vikings. Oh, great defense there by Victoria Brody. Nice little give and go. The miss on the layup by Victoria Brody.
Nearly rewarded for the great defense there on the give and go. Just comes up a little too hard off the glass.
Good defense here by the Durham Lords, my goodness. It's been smothering all game.
And you'll see this right here a lot throughout the game. The Lords this second half have been all about the pace of play. Glendinning finishing off that outbreak.
Beautiful mid-range jumper there by number 4, Emily Glendinning, and a timeout called by the visiting St. Lawrence Vikings. Score is 21-9 here with 6 minutes and 31 seconds left in quarter number 2. We'll be right back after this short timeout break. Welcome back, everybody, to Durham College's CRWC. St. Lawrence Vikings inbounding the ball here after that timeout break.
And this is something we don't see too much from the Lords this season. They're going full press. They're going to put the pressure on the Vikings defensively and try and cause some turnovers to, once again, as we mentioned before, get on that fast break.
Yeah, and they've been forcing a lot of turnovers today so far. She's thinking about the three there. Good drive by number 11, Kylie Moyer. And a miss there on the layup. Fast break drive. Good dump off pass to Maddie Dender, and she gets her own rebound. And a foul called on number 3, Allison Hagedorn. Maddie Dender shooting 2, and a miss on free throw number 1.
At this point, those kind of things aren't hurting the Lords too much as they have the big lead right now, up by 12. 13 following the second made free throw. But they can add up in the end. Those are plays that you want to make sure you're doing. When you're getting your free throws, those are the things you got to make.
Yeah, you got to capitalize. Oh, wide open for 3. And a miss by Rachel Steer. Offensive rebound, St. Lawrence. And St. Lawrence ball. Oh, good inbound play. Just couldn't quite capitalize on that. Wide open shot. Fast break drive, Maddie Dender, and the easy layup there by Maddie Dender.
When you look at the box score at the end of the night, fast break points will definitely be in favor of the Lords. It's their go-to.
I'd say so. Yeah, I've noticed they've always got someone kind of near the half, so as soon as they get that rebound, they're going towards the bucket. Big defense here by the Durham Lords.
And that's just the defensive player getting a little over-aggressive. She wanted that ball, gets a little bit too much of the arm. The officials make the call. St. Lawrence will get the fresh 14 on the shot clock.
Abby McIntyre dumping right back to Rachel Steer, who puts up a 3 and a miss. Rebound Durham, fast break drive. Oh, beautiful pass there by Victoria Brody, just finding a wide open Maddie Dender. Falling backwards and everything too, that was beautiful. Durham Lords leading 26-9 here in quarter number 2.
That's 2 on Dender right there in a row. She wants to go for that ball. She's playing very hard on defense, but getting her in a little bit of trouble here early in the second quarter.
Shooting 2 for the St. Lawrence Vikings is Kylie Moyer.
The Lords very fortunate right now, as St. Lawrence field goal percentage just isn't up to par for what they usually do on the season. Shots coming off just the front of the rim. If they start hitting those, we'll have a bit more of a game, but right now, this lead looks insurmountable.
Absolutely. Free throw number 1 was a miss. And good on free throw number 2. Scores now 26-10 with just under 5 minutes left. Turnover, Durham.
And that's one you'll have to forgive Kirby for. She's definitely a playmaker on this offense, averaging 6 assists per game, but at the same time, 5 turnovers. She definitely goes for it. She tries to put her players into good positions, but sometimes that's threading the needle a bit too much.
Yeah. They'd like to see that assist-to-turnover ratio drop a little bit. Oh, good post pass to Alyssa Navarro.
And there's the good that comes with the bad sometimes. She puts it all the way through to Navarro, who snuck in down the baseline.
Wide open for 3. And three-pointer good by Allison Hagedorn. We'll see if St. Lawrence can start knocking these down and bring this deficit a little bit closer.
And that's the goal. When you're coming from behind, you want to make sure that deficit is 10 or less at the half. That way when you come back, fresh strategy, fresh legs, you got that opportunity to bring that lead down to just a couple possessions.
Couldn't agree with you more. And a travel called on number 3, Allison Hagedorn. And a timeout called by the St. Lawrence Vikings. Score is 28-13 with 3 minutes and 48 seconds left in quarter number 2. We'll be right back after the short timeout break. Welcome back, everybody, to Durham College's CRWC. Durham Lords with the ball now. Emily Glendinning just looking for someone to... Oh, beautiful pass there by Dakota Kirby. Turnover, Durham Lords. Fast break drive, St. Lawrence.
Another unlucky bounce for the Vikings there.
Yeah, the score would definitely be a lot different if the ball was going their way, or the bounces were going their way, sorry. Easy jumper there for Emily Glendinning. Score is now 30-13. Good screen set there by Kylie Moyer. Three-pointer. Three-pointer good by Allison Hagedorn. That's 2 in a row for her in the corner.
Right in that spot. She's found the sweet spot for her. She needs to get there, and the rest of her team needs to make it a job to get her open shots.
Oh, good job there by Emily Chamberlain to keep that ball in Durham Lord's possession. Three-point miss by Dakota Kirby. Rebound, St. Lawrence. Fast break drive here by Rachel Steer. Slows it down a little bit. Little pump fake on the 3 by Steer. And the and 1 by Rachel Steer.
So Coach LaFontaine is going to go to her bench, make some changes. She's seeing the Lords get a little sloppy on defense right now, allowing the Vikings to close that gap as we close out this half. Something you definitely don't want to see happen. You have this big lead. You have all the pressure on the other team, and then all of a sudden you get a little lax in the last 2 minutes, and boom, that deficit, like we said, drops down to that 10-point mark. The Lords definitely don't want to see that happen as we head towards halftime.
Absolutely. Yeah, keep that defensive pressure on. So with 2 minutes and 17 seconds left, the score is 30-18, and we're almost at that 10-point mark. They've kind of closed it.
Something to definitely note so far throughout this game, you look at the Lords scoring leaders. The typical name up there, Emily Glendinning, she has 6 points so far. But the other one, who was an absolute beast last week, was Marie Stasiak. She was the DC Athlete of the Week. She was an OCAA Star of the Week. She had back-to-back double-doubles. And tonight so far, just not able to make an impact. She'll come back out with the substitutions that LaFontaine is putting out to close out this 2 minutes. During this 2 minutes, look for her energy to make a difference. She doesn't have any fouls right now as we get back to the court. So she's going to be going hard for these last 2.
And she's one of those very high-energy players, too. So it's nice to see her not have any foul trouble as well. And shooting one free throw is number 12, Rachel Steer. Free throw miss. Rebound, Glendinning. Maddie Dender with the fast break drive. Victoria Brody with another little dump pass like that to Alyssa Navarro. It's like the ball just touches her hands and she just volleys it. Good switch defense there, and the steal by Alyssa Navarro. Maddie Dender, fast break drive. And a hard foul called on number 14, Cassie DeWolf.
And you can see the Vikings are starting to get frustrated with the defensive Dender. We pointed out earlier she got 2 fouls back-to-back, but that's because of how aggressive she is playing. This time that aggressiveness pays off. She gets the turnover, the fast break, and the Vikings reciprocate with the foul of their own.
And a miss on free throw number 1 by Maddie Dender. And it's nice to see her back after an injury.
Missed a few games there. Dender, a 60% free throw shooter, so look for her to make this second shot.
And a miss, and gets her own rebound. And unfortunately misses the putback. Another steal, this time by Victoria Brody. Glendinning with a little pump fake. And a miss on the layup. Another turnover there by St. Lawrence.
And the defense for the Lords needs to be commended. The guards are playing excellent. They've been playing a lot of zone. Those 3 up top, moving around a lot, trying to cause a lot of chaos. Get right into those passing lanes to create that kind of chaos. Put the arms out there, deflected balls. They're taking advantage of it. They're getting the steals, they're getting the turnovers, and they've made it happen on the offensive end just as Brody puts up another shot.
Yeah, quick hands and quick feet. Good defense here by Stasiak. Disrupting that shot by number 11, Kylie Moyer.
Reached a little too far, gave the high five at the top of the shot, so it'll be free throws for the Vikings. Both teams with 4 fouls now as we enter the last minute, so the next will be bonus for either team.
That's something that you don't want to see as a coach. First free throw was good. And a miss on free throw number 2. Rebound, Durham Lords scores now 32-19 with just under a minute left here in quarter number 2. Good post pass there. Great defense by the St. Lawrence Vikings.
Stasiak made the good cut. The pass was there, but then they just snuck that defense in behind.
Three-pointer, DeWolf, and a miss. Offensive rebound, St. Lawrence. Another offensive rebound, St. Lawrence. This time, the putback layup good by number 10,
a little bit
Lydia Snyder.
Too much swatting there to the ball. When the Lords go up, they need to use both hands, try and get that rebound.
Pass a little out of bounds there by Victoria Brody. Turnover, Durham. .15 seconds left, and Durham has a 11-point lead. Score is 32-21. Oh, big defense there by Glendinning. Smacking that ball away from number 10, Lydia Snyder. And after 2, the score is 32-21. Durham Lords leading here at the CRWC. Just a great defensive effort here by the Durham Lords, just causing a lot of turnovers.
And they got out to a great start. You look at the stat line, the Lords nearly shooting 40% from the field while holding the Vikings to almost 20%. And the big number that stands out is points in the paint. It's something that the Lords have taken advantage of during this winning stretch with those big forwards. You're looking at Stasiak, Arthurworry, Chamberlain, Glendinning. All of them can get in the paint and cause some chaos. Outscoring the Vikings right now 22-8 in the paint. Those are what they need to get back to at the start of this second half, is they need to attack, attack, attack.
That was a great first half here by both teams, and we will be right back for this short halftime break. Welcome back, everybody, from that halftime intermission break. St. Lawrence Vikings starting us off here. Three-pointer to Wolf, and a miss. Rebound, Keisha Arthurworry.
And would we expect anything different? The rebound to start the first half comes from Arthurworry. She's been an absolute beast in the paint.
Yep, rebound machine. Yeah, watching the Durham Lords warm up after that short little break, Dakota Kirby was just jacking up every three and making each one. Hopefully she can keep that going in this half. Oh, big drive there by number 12, Rachel Steer. Making that heavily contested layup. Score is 32-23. Good post pass there by Dakota Kirby. And a foul called on number 25, Michaela Appleby. Shooting two for the Durham Lords is Emily Chamberlain. And a miss on free throw number one.
Chamberlain is 70% free throw shooter. A majority of the Lords shooting over 50% from the free throw line. A big standout for that. Navarro with 90%. And Arthurworthy just underneath 90. Those two are the two you definitely don't want to see on the line if you are the Vikings.
Wide open mid-range jumper there by Michaela Appleby. And a miss. Rebound, Dakota Kirby. Good effort there by Michaela Appleby. Just snagged that ball away from Marie Stasiak.
Another risky pass from Kirby, so now the Lords will have to step it up on defense.
Oh my goodness, big three-pointer there by Rachel Steer. 5 quick points for her.
So here we go. Now it's time for the Lords to get this offense going. You got a lot of size on the floor right now with Stasiak, Glendinning, Chamberlain, and Arthurworthy all out there.
And a beautiful post pass there by Glendinning to number 24, Emily Chamberlain.
Just curling with the off-ball pick. That was a great play to get that basket back.
Three-pointer, Vikings, and a miss. And gets her own rebound. Foul called on Marie Stasiak.
She gives the bump down low, but you can see the speed and energy that the Vikings are coming into this second half with. Already breaking into that lead. We talked about it. The Lords had it all the way up 21-9 at one point. Now, following that free throw, just a 9-point game.
First free throw was a miss by Michaela Appleby. And second free throw a miss. Rebound, Emily Chamberlain. Fast break drive. Mid-range jumper missed by Emily Chamberlain. Offensive rebound, Keisha Arthurworthy. Foul called on the St. Lawrence Vikings. Dakota Kirby calling out plays. Good screen set there by Keisha Arthurworthy. And an unfortunate roll on the layup attempt by Dakota Kirby. Let's see what inbound play the Durham Lords come up with here. Big three-pointer there by Emily Glendinning. And a miss. Offensive rebound, Marie Stasiak.
And there's the benefit of this size. You're looking at the offensive glass. That's 2 in a row right there, and they get the foul on the Vikings.
Just great effort there by Keisha Arthurworthy. Just very commanding in the paint. And shooting two is number 52, Keisha Arthurworthy. First free throw good. And free throw number 2, good. Durham Lords now leading 37-26. Getting that double-digit lead back. Big block there by Emily Glendinning.
Averaging a block a game this season. She does a great job of coming back to the paint from guarding the three-point line.
She's got the size to get her arm just way up there and disrupt any shot. Seeing a guard at 5'10".
And she has that athletic ability, a dual sport athlete here, a member of the softball team, which won their 4th consecutive OCAA championship this fall.
And a truly impressive feat for them. Oh, beautiful pass there by Glendenning. Unfortunately, Dakota Kirby couldn't quite capitalize. Fast break drive here for the St. Lawrence Vikings. Three-pointer DeWolf, and a miss. Good rebound there by Dakota Kirby.
And she's going to start running right away, again taking advantage of that pace of play.
Just a little bit of a miscommunication there. Fortunately for Durham, it's their ball. Nice little pump fake there by Dakota Kirby. And a miss by Keisha Arthurworthy.
And you can see the game plan right now coming into this second half from the Lords, and that is to get the ball down low, whereas the Vikings are looking for that three-point shot quickly in transition.
Yes, completely polar opposite offensive schemes here. Interesting that they called that on Keisha Arthurworthy there.
I don't think so. I think that was a good call from the official. Arthurworthy sticking the hip out, getting in the way. On the floor, so it will be inbounded underneath the net.
Inbounding for the St. Lawrence Vikings is Rachel Steer. Wide open three-pointer. Missed by Allison Hagedorn. Fast break drive, Emily Glendenning. A miss on the fast break layup. Well, the whole Durham Lords bench is wanting that call.
Including Coach LaFontaine. She's on the officials right now, but nothing going their way.
Missed three-pointer St. Lawrence Vikings. And the offensive rebound there by Kylie Moyer. And the putback layup good. Getting that and one.
And that's tough off the miss from Glendenning. She's had a couple career nights this season where she's taken advantage of that. Kirby to Glendenning connection, her getting out quickly and getting that easy layup. This time, a bit too much pressure from the Vikings defense. A questionable call maybe, but she's typically there for the finish.
Absolutely. Missing the free throw there by Rachel Steer.
A big miss from the free throw line there.
Durham Lords coach was still chatting up with the ref there. And Kylie Moyer makes her free throw. Score is now 37-29.
Nearly midway through this third quarter. The Lords need to get back, driving to the rim, creating some contact of their own, and that's what they do right there as the foul call comes against the Vikings.
Foul's called on Kylie Moyer. Inbounding for the Lords is number 22, Caitlin Crookshank.
And we'll get a technical foul call now coming towards the Vikings.
And that was called on number 10, Lydia Snyder. Shooting the technical foul free throw was Keisha Arthurworthy.
As we mentioned earlier, that's one of the people you don't want to see at the free throw line if you're St. Lawrence, shooting nearly 90% from the free throw line. And that's on quite a few shots. She's in the paint, she's getting those fouls drawn, she's making those easy free throws.
And you gotta love that. As a coach, someone gets a foul and they're capitalizing on those easy free throws. Oh, beautiful layup there by Keisha Arthurworthy, taking that little bit of contact there by the St. Lawrence Vikings.
And you add in the technical foul shot, that's a three-point possession for Arthurworthy.
She's having a great game here.
Substitutions coming now. Maddie Dender will check in at guard while Victoria Brody done a great job from that top position Defensively, offensively, she's been everywhere.
Yeah, it's nice to see players with an all-around game. Inbounding for the St. Lawrence Vikings is Rachel Steer. Already, Victoria Brody with the defensive effort. Gets the turnover and dumps it off to Maddie Dender for the easy two-point layup. Maddie Dender.
And that's your two substitutions coming off the bench, adding immediate energy to the court on the defensive end.
Especially having that chemistry with those two, it seems like they know where they're going. Offensive rebound there, Rachel Steer. Mid-range jumper good.
A good follow-over shot there as the Lords kind of ducked underneath the net a little bit too far. The rebound comes out far. She's able to just make the mid-range jumper.
Maddie Dender dumped the ball to the post to Keisha Arthurworry. She wanted that call. Durham Lords leading 42-31 with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in quarter number 3. Wide open three-pointer, miss by Allison Hagedorn. Defensive rebound there by Keisha Arthurworry.
And Durham has switched to a man defense now. You do that when you think you have the pace to outrun this team.
And I think they do have that pace. They've been very, very fast today.
And just over 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Both teams now at 4 fouls, so bonus from here on in.
Emily Glendinning bringing the ball up here for the Durham Lords. Good post pass there to Keisha Arthurworry. Another beautiful post layup there for her.
So that puts Arthurworthy at 13 points, and that's now a double-double for her tonight. 13 points, 10 rebounds already. We still have a whole fourth quarter to go.
Wow, great effort from her today. Wide open three-pointer. Miss by Abby McIntyre. Durham Lords get the rebound. Good pass by Glendinning, finding a wide open Victoria Brody. Bit of a unlucky bounce there on the rim.
But that's a confidence shot right there. In the first few games that she played coming back after the fall semester, she didn't necessarily take that jumper. She might have passed it away or tried to drive in. That's a wide open shot. She took it. That's confidence right there.
Yeah. And it's nice to see her build on that confidence and get that green light too to shoot. Durham Lords leading 44-31. Inbounding for the St. Lawrence Vikings is Rachel Steer. A little bit too high on the pass there. Victoria Brody snatches up, passes to Maddie Dender. And a miss on the layup.
A little too hard off the glass right there, but that's Dender and Brody once again combining. Another steal for Brody. This time she'll find Glendinning, who's streaking.
Easy 2 points there for Emily Glendinning.
And that pushes the lead now to 15. We're right back into that double digits for the Lords. 3 minutes left in this third quarter. They seem to have found their groove after the substitutions of Dender and Brody. A whole different team right now during the back half of this third quarter.
Absolutely, and a timeout was called by the St. Lawrence Vikings. They want to figure this one out before the Durham Lords fully run away with this one.
And a big stat to point out right now. Through the 3 quarters so far, Vikings 3 made 3-pointers. They've made their shots from distance when they've needed to, whereas the Lords have not made a 3-pointer yet. But they haven't had to. They haven't had to.
This is true.
Yep, they've definitely taken shots from behind the 3-point line, but they haven't needed it. They've been able to dominate the paint, curling from the backside, hitting the baseline cuts, feeding it into Arthurworthy, who has had an incredible game so far.
Yep.
That is their game, and that is what they're going to stick to. Fast breaks, and in the half court, feeding it into the paint.
Absolutely, yeah. The fast break seems to be their bread and butter tonight, which also makes for exciting basketball. Fast break scores are always like really high energy, gets everyone pumped up.
Absolutely. And when you get that 15-point lead, you know, you get that be a little bit comfortable.
Yep.
The Lords can't get comfortable right now. They need to keep up that defensive effort in order to continue those fast breaks.
Absolutely.
That's why you see Brody and Dender still on the court here.
Keeping that pressure on.
So it looks like they'll switch back to the zone now. Lots of movement needed when you're going to go into zone defensively. Lots of communication.
That's one thing that I've noticed about Durham Lords is they communicate a lot, and which is what you want to see from a team. No communication. How are you supposed to know where everyone's supposed to be?
And it leads to the turnover. Great defensive possession right there.
Absolutely. Inbounding now for the Durham Lords was Caitlin Cruikshank. Maddie Dender with the ball now. A little bit slow on the pass there, but Glendinning dumps it off to Maddie Dender. Miss on the layup. Rebound, St. Lawrence Vikings. Three-pointer, Ivy McIntyre, and a miss. Rebounded by Emily Chamberlain.
And a 2-on-1 right now. Look for Dender to get over to Glendinning. An easy layup.
Beautiful play there by the Durham Lords. The commanding.
And that's taking advantage of a mismatch. You're looking at Glendinning there, 5'10", going up against number 4 from the Vikings, Abby McIntyre, only 5'5". 2-on-1, you're going to take advantage of that. And once again, a fast break for Brody.
Easy fast break points there for the Durham Lords. Scores now 50-31 with just under 2 minutes left here in quarter number 3.
And this is what we've seen in the 3 wins so far, is that pace of play. The Lords are going to be moving fast. Doesn't matter who's out there on the court, they're going to be running up and down.
Another turnover and another bucket there by Victoria Brody. Durham Lords now with a 21-point lead here in quarter number 3. Offensive rebound, Abby McIntyre, and a miss.
And we'll see some substitutions. Lots of running on the court so far, so you want to keep those legs fresh. It looks like Dakota Kirby and Alyssa Navarro will be checking in for Dender. And the second substitution will be Glendinning.
Shooting 2 free throws is number 25, Michaela Appleby. And a miss on free throw number 1. And she makes free throw number 2. Scores now 52-32.
Substitution coming back the other way for the Vikings. Checking out number 12, Rachel Steer, and coming in, 20, Emily McDonald.
This is the first time we're going to see number 20, Emily McDonald, in the game here. The steal there by number 4, Abby McIntyre, just ripping it away from Emily Chamberlain.
Some serious pressure right now, though. They're going for it, and Brody with another steal.
Big steal by Brody, dumps it right off into the paint to Emily Chamberlain, and unfortunately a miss there. Make that another steal, this time by Alyssa Navarro.
And the bench is right up. This is some incredible defensive effort. They put the pressure on, they get the ball back. 2 opportunities, and out of it, they'll get some free throws.
It was a travel actually called on Alyssa Navarro. She was just trying to get away from that defense. And
St. Lawrence definitely gets bailed out right there, so they'll get another offensive possession with 40 seconds remaining in this third quarter.
Durham Lords with a commanding 20-point lead. Three-pointer, Michaela Appleby. And a miss. Rebound, Durham Lords. Dakota Kirby pushing the ball up now. And good defensive effort there by the St. Lawrence Vikings, number 25, Michaela Appleby.
And she was trailing. She knew she had to get back there to try and break up that outbreak from Kirby. Gets the hand in.
Inbounding for the Lords is number 22, Caitlin Cruikshank. Travel called. Like
yeah,
time.
you could see the pivot foot slip up a little bit there. She looked like she was committed to one direction when she got cut off by the defender. Just a little drag of the back foot.
Yep. And the ref was all over that one.
5 seconds left.
Oh, uses the backboard. Number 20, Emily McDonald.
Only a 2, though. They'll call her foot on the line.
And at the end of quarter number 3, the score is Durham Lords 52, St. Lawrence Vikings 34.
So two different Lords teams in that start of the third quarter came out slow. Vikings, you could see the energy at halftime. They knew they needed to cut that deficit down to under 10 points.
Which they did at one point.
Which they did, and then all of a sudden, Coach LaFontaine brings out Dender, brings out Brody. Their energy tonight has been incredible, both on the defensive end and on the fast break, and that's what's put that lead back up to double digits for the Lords.
We'll be right back after this short intermission break. Up against the visiting St. Lawrence Vikings. Durham Lords starting us off here. Durham Lords have a commanding 52-34 lead here. Turnover Durham. Good job slowing it down by the St. Lawrence Vikings. Good post pass to Michaela Appleby. Gets her own miss.
And a great block there by Chamberlain, staying with the offensive player, getting the hand up. All ball right there.
Smothering defense by Abby McIntyre. Chamberlain, mid-range jumper, and a miss. Rebound, Abby McIntyre. Their whistle was on number 22, Caitlin Crookshank. Big drive there by number 14, Cassie DeWolf, and a miss. Three-pointer, Rachel Steer. The offensive rebound by the St. Lawrence Vikings. DeWolf with a three. Finally knocking one down is number 14, Cassie DeWolf.
And they're going to have to rely on the three from here on out, but you can already see at the start of this fourth quarter, similar to the start of the third, there's just a different level of energy from the Vikings offensively.
Absolutely. Score is now 52-37. Three-point miss by Alyssa Navarro. Wide open three-pointer for DeWolf.
And she had a lane. She could have easily taken it in there to the basket, but they know they're going to need those threes to get back in this game with 8 minutes still left in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely. They need points, and they need them fast. Waiting to see what the call was there. It was a push on number 24, Emily Chamberlain.
And
a
big
substitution.
Wholesale substitutions now as we get into the fourth. We're going to come back with another big lineup. Kirby and Dender working the point, but then you have Arthurworthy, Stasiak, and Glendenning as your forwards.
And inbounding for the St. Lawrence Vikings is Rachel Steer. Let's see what they can come up with here. Pull-up jumper, good by Kylie Moyer. Score is now 52-39 with just under 8 minutes left here in quarter number 4. Dender with the 3 and the foul.
Nearly gets the 4-point play, just hitting off the back rim, but a very aggressive defensive play from number 14, Cassie DeWolf.
And shooting free throws now for the Durham Lords is Maddie Dender. First free throw good. So is free throw number 2. And good on free throw number 3.
The nice little roll there. Dender becomes the 3rd Lord to break double digits tonight. Arthurworthy with 13, Dender now with 11, and Glendenning with 10.
It's impressive to see 3 players in double digits. Turnover. St. Lawrence. Score is 55-39. Air ball there by Maddie Dender, but fortunately for her, gets her own rebound. 3-pointer, Dakota Kirby, and a miss. Another offensive rebound by the Durham Lords. Maddie Dender with the 3, and a corner 3 is good by Maddie Dender.
And we talked about confidence from Brody's shot in the mid-range earlier. That was a confident shot right there from behind the 3-point line. You could see Dender call for it, and she knew she was putting that one up.
Absolutely, and she's a phenomenal 3-point shooter as well.
So the Vikings will bring in number 3, Allison Hegedor.
Dakota Kirby bringing the ball up now for the Durham Lords. Wide open, Maddie Dender. A little rollout there, unfortunately for her. Rebounded by Kylie Moyer. Foul's called on number 5, Dakota Kirby. Both the coaches and her are a little confused about that one. Inbounding for the St. Lawrence Vikings is Cassie DeWolf. And she's calling for that ball at the 3-point line.
And you can see her working back and forth on the baseline. She wants to be involved in this.
Good defensive effort there by Keisha Arthurworthy. Wide open at the 3 is DeWolf. And 3-point bomb is good by Cassie DeWolf.
She's been an absolute threat to start this 4th quarter with 2 3-pointers already in the period.
Finally finding her rhythm here and knocking down some shots. A little bit too high on the pass there for Maddie Dender. Turnover Durham. Score is 58-42 with just over 6 minutes left here in quarter number 4. Wide open 3-pointer there for Kylie Moyer, and a miss. Arthurworthy with a big rebound. Fast break drive, Maddie Dender dumps it off to Dakota Kirby.
And that's what the Lords need to get back to right there. They need to get the rebound and get out quick. They have the speed on the court to make it happen.
Wide open for 3 is Allison Hegedorn, and a miss. Good defensive effort there by Kylie Moyer. And Stasiak with the steal on the fast break drive. Foul's called on number 11, Kylie Moyer. Shooting 2 will be number 31, Marie Stasiak.
Foul number 11, Kylie Moyer. It's her 3rd foul.
First free throw is a miss.
Stasiak having an off night tonight. 65% free throw shooter, but 0 for 5 from the field so far. If she gets going, this score could be even further up.
Oh, absolutely. And good on free throw number 2.
Her first point of the night.
Score is now 61-42 with 5 minutes and 34 seconds left in quarter number 4.
Stasiak will make way for Chamberlain coming into the game, while on the Vikings side, number 10 re-enters Lydia Snyder.
Good ball movement here by the Vikings. Just a little bit too high on the pass there for number 3, Allison Hagedorn.
They're making quick passes. They know where they want to send that pass, but they're just a little overzealous right now, and they're either sending it into a lane with a defender or just throwing it away like they did right there.
Yeah. They just corral those ones, and they can get some easy points here. Good offensive rebound there by Emily Chamberlain.
And that was great positioning from her. She saw Arthur Worthy putting it up, so she immediately got underneath the basket, right behind 2 Vikings defenders. Neither of them had a chance at her after she got the offensive rebound. They had no option but to foul.
Absolutely. And Emily Chamberlain now shooting 2. First free throw is good. And both free throws good by Emily Chamberlain. Durham Lords with a 21-point lead here in quarter number 4. Just commanding lead.
And now checking out for the Vikings is DeWolf. She's been the one bright spot for the Vikings in this fourth quarter, so it's surprising to see her leave the court with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Turnover there by the Durham Lords. It could be a fatigue thing. She's been in all game.
At this point in the game, though, you're down 21 points. You want to ride who's bringing the most energy, who's being the most productive. DeWolf has been exceptional for the Vikings. You can see the energy, you can see the desire she has out there, and it's surprising to see the coach send her to the bench.
Absolutely. And another turnover here by the Durham Lords. Wide open three-pointer. Airballed and rebounded by Emily Chamberlain. Oh, good job there by Dakota Kirby to keep that ball in Durham Lords' possession.
Officials will come together. It looks like we might get an 8-second violation against the Lords, and that's what the call will be.
Interesting. I think it's the first we've seen that here.
And that's just full court pressure from the Vikings. Kirby was lucky to get that ball back, but she wasn't fast enough getting up court.
An unfortunate play there for the Durham Lords. All 3 refs talking it over now. Durham Lords with a 21-point lead here. Durham Lords 63, St. Lawrence Vikings 42, with 4 minutes and 19 seconds left in quarter number 4.
It's been very obvious the Vikings are looking for that three-point shot, but so far in a few of these possessions, they're just having to settle to throw it up. And that's not what they need. They need good shots. They need to be setting up players in the corners. They need to be quick about it. You can see the passes are coming fast and quick, but they need to be making sure that those three-pointers are going to be worthwhile. And they're not just giving the ball back to the Lords.
Yeah.
And at the same time, the Lords, when they do get that ball back, at this point in the game, you need to slow things down. Pace of play has been absolutely on their side. That's how they've been able to get this huge 21-point lead. But now when they get the ball, they need to give it to Kirby. They need to give it to Dender, get over half court so we don't see another 8-second violation.
Absolutely.
But then they need to eat up that shot clock, all 24 seconds.
Yeah, just run this clock down. Number 12's just been holding her hands out for that ball for the last 2 minutes. Three-pointer. Miss by Rachel Steer.
And that's an example of what I was just talking about. She gets the ball off the inbound, but then immediately just throws it up. It wasn't necessarily a good shot. She was contested.
Yep.
They don't need those contested threes. If they get that ball movement, swinging that ball around, they can find an open shot in plenty of time with 4 minutes still left in this fourth quarter.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's more about the smart shots, not about the quantity of shots. Another fast break drive here. Maddie Dender slowing it down.
Doing a great job of pulling it back out after they get over half court. Now they can eat up that shot clock.
Oh, Emily Chamberlain getting her own rebound. put back good by Emily Chamberlain.
And the basket was made with less than 10 seconds left on the shot clock. That's what they need to be doing. They need to be chewing up that shot clock, but then converting to get baskets to continue to make that lead even bigger.
Absolutely. And the layup made by Kylie Moyer. Oh, unfortunately, Maddie Dender slips up a bit there.
A questionable pass from Kirby right there. She could have definitely just brought the ball up past half, but she's a home run hitter, so she's going to look for that home run ball.
Yeah, trying to get that Hail Mary. The timeout called by the St. Lawrence Vikings with 3 minutes and 33 seconds left in quarter number 4. Durham Lords leading 65-44. We'll be right back after the short timeout break. Durham Lords leading 65-44 in quarter number 4. I got a double dribble.
A little indecisive there on the side. You can see she wanted to send it down low. Didn't make the confident decision, turned back, and it cost her.
Yeah, unfortunate turnover there for the St. Lawrence Vikings. They can't be giving the ball away like that. Durham Lords slowing down this game. Three-pointer, Maddie Dender. And a miss. Rebound, St. Lawrence. Looks like some players collided there. Number 25, Michaela Appleby, holding her knee. Oh, and the bucket good by the St. Lawrence Vikings. Number 4, Abby McIntyre. For a three-pointer. Scores now 65-47. Just over 2.5 minutes left here in quarter number 4.
The Lords will continue to just work the ball around up top.
Three-pointer, Maddie Dender, and a miss.
And Coach LaFontaine will bring out a full 5 substitution with the Lords up 18.
Yeah, with a big lead like that, he can afford to make a substitution, bring some players in off the bench.
So entering the game, Navarro, Hickey, Brody, Stasiak, and Crookshank. They'll look to play out this final 2:30.
Good defense there by number 10, Caitlin Hickey, but bucket good by number 4, Abby McIntyre. Stasiak passed the ball to Caitlin Crookshank, and the bucket good. Foul called on Alyssa Navarro.
They'll call her on the block. At this point, the focus is just defensive for the Lords. Play out this last 2 minutes, hold the Vikings to the least amount of damage they can.
Keep it going in the next game, too. You got that confidence after a win like this. Close them out.
And this would be 4 wins in a row for Durham. Right now, standings 7-4, bump them up to 8-4, have a good grasp of that 3 seed, even closing in on George Brown, who they upset last week.
Yeah, there's a couple teams tied with 14 points, so for them to be able to pull ahead, definitely good for the Durham Lords. Just under 2 minutes here in quarter number 4. Mid-range jumper miss by Caitlin Hickey.
A little early in the shot clock with that one. They could have held out a little bit longer. But you get the new players coming off the bench. They want to get involved quickly, so they're going to be moving that ball around looking for their shots.
Absolutely. Score is 67-49. Minute 36 left. Three-pointer. Three-pointer good by Rachel Steer. A little bit of mishandle there by Caitlin Hickey. And a turnover for the Durham Lords. Oh, Victoria Brody gets it right back. Crookshank with the three, and a miss.
So after that Rachel Steer three, they now have 7 made three-pointers this game.
Not bad, not bad.
Whereas we mentioned before, the Lords, none entering this second half. Dender nailed the one, so they do have one on the board.
But they haven't needed the three this game. It's been all about the fast break here for the Durham Lords.
And this second half, that's what St. Lawrence has been going to. They've been throwing it up for sure.
Fouls called on the Durham Lords. Shooting two is Abby McIntyre. With just under a minute left, the Durham Lords are leading 67-52. And a miss on free throw number one.
And throughout this game, the Lords have kind of maintained that field goal percentage at the half 39, now just down to 36. For a game, if you're closing in on that 40%, that's a great job.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
You're looking at setting yourself up well.
Yeah, 40% is a great number to have. Offensive rebound, Stasiak, and a miss on the putback. Three-pointer, miss by Kylie Moyer. Rebound by Caitlin Hickey.
Brody, the veteran, will slow some things down right now, send it across.
Yeah, they just want to run this clock out with only just under 30 seconds left. Good post pass to Alyssa Navarro. And the layup good by Alyssa Navarro.
So the shot clock will be off with 19 left in the game.
Let's see if St. Lawrence throws something up. Throws up the three. And a miss on the three-pointer by Rachel Steer. Durham Lords just going to hold on to the ball here.
Just need to get it over half, and they can run this one out.
Just a great victory here by the Durham Lords. The commanding 17-point victory. The final score of the game is Durham Lords 69, the visiting St. Lawrence Vikings 52.
And that's 4 in a row, and the last 3 have been great for this team. You're looking at a 9-point win over the George Brown Huskies, who were at the time #1 in the OCAA East Division.
Big
then
win.
you go to Centennial, you beat them by 30, you come back home, you win by 17. They're on a nice roll right now, and a lot of that has been because of the change of play we've seen since they've come back from the fall semester. The points in the paint this game, Durham 44, St. Lawrence 14.
Woo!
So you outscore the other team by 30 points in the paint. And then on top of that, you talk about the defensive and the fast breaks. Durham points off turnovers 21, St. Lawrence only 8.
It's big.
Down
big
the stretch,
differential.
the Vikings needed that three-pointer. They nailed a bunch, hitting 8 throughout the game, whereas the Lords did what they had to do throughout those first 3 quarters so that all they needed to do was focus in on defense in that final period.
That's something you want to do, too. Like, put pedal to the metal for the first 3, not sort of coast for the 4th, but, you know, just maintain in the 4th. It was a great game for the Durham Lords with, again, a commanding 17-point victory here at the CRWC. We'll be back after this intermission break with the men's basketball game with the Durham Lords going up against the visiting St. Lawrence Vikings.